Today we're making the ultimate comfort food, fried crab rangoons. These are super easy. I love these. You need to get some store-bought wonton wrappers. Find these at any supermarket. The main ingredient is cream cheese. I use a full pack of this. It's 2 sticks or like the 1 brick. A green onion and crab. Unfortunately, I wanted fresh, but there was a blizzard, so I couldn't get to my fishmonger. You also have these store options. Those I don't really love, so I'm just doing the imitation here. You could sub out any crab you want, but this is kind of just the traditional version. That's how the Chinese stores make it. So we're going to chop up our green onion, save a little bit of the top end for garnish at the end, but I'm going to chop up this whole guy, just kind of roundabout. I like to chop up the top first, and then do the bottom, just kind of mix them all together. But just chop those up into fairly thin pieces. Doesn't ultimately matter. It's just going to get mixed into the cream cheese crab mixture. Once you do that, add your cream cheese. Ideally, you want this sitting out for about 20 minutes to come to room temperature a bit. Add in your green onions. And then we're going to tackle the crab here. They make stick versions of the imitation, but this is the lump version, so they're in slightly smaller pieces. Dice these up just slightly. You don't really need to do anything crazy with them. They're going to get further crushed when you do the mixing. But now add that all into your bowl as well. At this point, I like to add in a splash of soy sauce. Some people add Worcestershire. Fun word to say. I think soy sauce is a little more logical in this ingredient. And then we're going to grate in 1 full clove of garlic. Once you do that, just go ahead and mix this all up. You want to make it into just a very well incorporated cream cheese mix. That's how you kind of want it to look. Perfect looking. Everything is evenly distributed. Now we're going to tackle these wrappers. As you can see, they're fairly thin. They're already floured. All you need to do is fill these. Some people use water and some people use egg wash to seal them around the outside. So I'm going to use both because I want to see which seals better. I've heard that water doesn't seal as well. But so go and add about a decent sized rounded spoonful to the middle. Cover the edges with the water or the egg wash, whichever one I tell you is better by the end of this video. And then to seal them, you're going to pinch the sides together. And then you're going to bring those towards the middle to form a little intersection there where you're going to seal everything. Then seal up the opposing sides and then just go and make sure everything is crimped and together logically. If there's any areas that look like they're not sticking well, just grab a little extra of your egg wash or your water and just kind of tightly pack those together. But that's all you need to do. You could have fun with some other shapes if you learn to try them. But this is the easiest one to fill for the standard Chinese store crab rangoon. Now I'm going to do a bunch with water. I'm going to do, egg. I'm going to do 4 of each, and then we'll see which ones do better. Here's the egg one. So you can see you just wind up getting cream cheese all over your fingers. So if that grosses you out, I'm sorry, but this is a messy dish. Now we're going to deep fry these. You can cook them any way you want, but I felt like using the deep fryer because it's been a while. You want to be able to fully submerge them, so I like to put the basket in and just kind of see where that fully submerged point is and then stop there. And then preheat your oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This should take probably 15 or 20 minutes to get there, so you have some time to just clean up a bit. But now we are at the 350 point. I'm going to start with the water sealed ones and let's see how they do. Once you pop them in, you'll see they're going to start to bubble fairly rapidly, and these guys will float to the second in no time. Bam, look at that. That's like 5 seconds, maybe even less. I like to, at this point, grab a spoon or some sort of metal object and just kind of push them down from time to time. The way they float, they're always going to cook one side more than the other, which is fine, but just try in your best to fully cook it as well as you can. That way all the sides are nice and browned. As you can see, after about a minute or two, the 2 of the water ones are starting to leak filling. The other 2 are fairly good, but these 2 are leaking pretty good at this point. I was somewhat expecting that. People say the water evaporates quicker or boils in the heat and kind of pushes the seam apart. I don't know the science behind that, but it does kind of look that way. Now let's try the egg ones. These are going to float just as quickly. Nothing about the cooking changes them. It's just testing the seal out here. There you go, popping up to the surface. These all together took somewhere between 2 and 3 minutes to get to that golden brown color. They don't take very long to cook at all. Repeat the same process of trying to move them around, try to get all the sides nice and browned. And there you go. These held up way better. There are 2 little spots that let a little bit out, but nowhere near the amount. So the egg ones there on the left were the absolute winners for sealing these up. And then I just kind of garnish them with some chopped green onions. You can dip these in whatever sauce you want. I'll let you guys be the, deciders of what you want to dip in, but these are just delicious. This is one of my favorite dishes to make. They are so tasty. They're warm. They're refreshing on a cold day. They give you that nice feeling inside. These are just go-to comfort food. Chinese store favorites. Check them out.